How are you guys?
Hey, what's up, brother?
Hey, how are you?
I'm excellent. How are you guys?
Good,
We're
fantastic.
good.
Uh,
Right.
guys, having fun? How's the weather?
It's actually a nice, like 65, 70 degrees today, and I just got finished with a nice, awesome workout of chest, triceps, a little bit of abs, and some cardio.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. I mean, you look like you have two watermelons underneath your biceps, bro. I mean, they're huge, man. It's just ridiculous. My calves and my biceps will never grow in my body ever. They're just not going to happen. I can do them every day. So I'm very impressed, man. That's awesome.
It takes a little bit more of work when you're in your 30s, but it's all worth it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you how you, because I'm in my 30s, not my late 30s, 37, and how you still like go out and whenever you are in the Jersey Shore and everything, how you stay out past 11. I mean, 10:30, I'm passed out. That's pretty much it.
Well, we prioritize exercise and positive habits. So,
Nice.
I mean, if we're out past 10:30, it may be for like a dinner, but then
Yeah.
we're right home to get up early for the next day for the workout, and all the other like business opportunities and things we're doing.
Dude, that's gorgeous, man. That's the right attitude to have. Absolutely, man. I love that, man. So yeah, dude, just want to go over some stuff with you where you've been a huge inspiration for a lot of people in sobriety and treatment, man. And I've followed you for a long time and been super impressed with you, man. And I know you have the standard questions that everyone gives you, but I wanted to open up with a little bit of a different question for you. So let's see
Yeah,
what you think about
sure.
this. All right, so you got two trains going 200 miles per hour. I'm just kidding. We're not gonna. So what kind of new projects you got going on, man? I know you got the Sit Store podcast. Tell me about what you got going on right now.
Well, we're filming the new season of Jersey Shore Family Vacation, which is season 4. We just started like about a week ago. It's very exciting. I love to be on camera, both me and my wife, along with we have the podcast, we have the YouTube channel at the Situations, as well as we have our awesome the Sit Shop,
Yeah.
which is thesituations.com. Our clothing store is doing awesome with all the inspirational t-shirts. I'm launching a supplement line very soon over the next couple of weeks, and a supplement website to offer one-on-one training along with life coaching and motivation and nutritional information. So we're just hustling every day. And my wife is also, honey, do you want to tell them about the skin thing? Or
Yeah, I'm in development on a skincare line. So we are just 2020 has like thrown a wrench in like everyone's plans, but like it threw a wrench in like our TV projects.
Yeah.
So it gave us a lot more time to spend on like what are we passionate about outside of TV?
Yeah.
Like what are other things that we want to grow now and start creatively so that we can have that in the future. So we have so many different things going on right now, but it's exciting.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, it sounds like you guys are quite busy.
Yeah.
I mean, all that time with COVID, had just left us time to sort of be creative.
Yeah.
That idle time to be creative and hustle, because you don't know when you're going to get some slow years. So if you hustle on the good years, it kind of evens everything out.
No, 100%, and that's kind of something that I realized in my own life as well. I was I think everybody was like, "Holy, I don't want to stop. Like, I want to keep going. I don't want to keep going. I want to do it." But it forced you to actually stay home, sit down, and prioritize the things that were truly important in your life. And that's good that you guys did that. Not a lot of people would take the time, prioritize, and make positive improvements in their life. Like most people are like, "I'm going to play Xbox, and that's going to be all I'm going to do."
We've heard a lot about that. It was just, facing some tough times over the past couple of years with addiction and recovery and some prison time.
Yeah.
It kind of made me realize a lot in life and what's really important, and that you always have to be the hardest worker in the room.
And that's a great work attitude. And I know that your wife is standing right behind you, or my girlfriend is probably the hardest worker I know because she has to deal with me at all times. So
Yes, this one right here is my better half. So I'm very grateful to be in a beautiful, healthy, positive marriage, and be an example to those young people out there that tough times don't last, but tough people do.
Dude, 100%. Love it, man. It's a great attitude. And so, speaking of all that, what's the hope dealer, bro? You dealing hope? Sounds like you are, man.
Oh, yeah. That is such a cool name. And me and my wife have been toying over names for the past, is it like 2 years now?
Yeah.
We were talking about it. We really wanted to branch out. We wanted to do a TV show about addiction and go around the country and spread the message of hope. And we're like, what is a cool name? And before we even started working on our TV show or tried to even push it, I was like, you know what? The Hope Dealer is a really cool name. You know, you're fighting for those that are not fighting for themselves. You're giving hope to the hopeless, and it was so powerful. You're dealing hope. So and we came across that name, and we partnered with Banyan treatment centers to start this Instagram at the Hope Dealer handle, so everyone can go and follow that. We just started it.
Yeah.
No, and I love it, man, because especially what you just said, you know, you're like, bad times don't last, good times don't last, bad times don't last. Like, it's the kind of the pendulum of life, you know, that's the way things go. And that's exactly the way you're doing it, man. It's so impressive. Am I cutting out?
No, for some reason the screen goes dark for some reason. We do these all. This one was going dark. And we could not allow that to happen because of the interaction here, which is very good. You have a very good personality. I really enjoy speaking with you.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I don't care if you're lying to me. I appreciate you saying that. No, I love it, man. And I think one of the things I've always been. Is it still doing it? Can you hear me?
Yeah. No, I can hear you.
Can you lock it? Can you lock it, honey?
Are you? What's going on, guys?
All right, we're back.
We're back. We're gonna try it again.
My phone just like restarted and made it live and just decided it was gonna give up.
Yeah, so now we've troubleshooted and now we've swapped phones.
Yeah.
Took out the headphones, and now we're going in for a second or third try, which, just like life, this is what happens.
Yeah, dude, that's 100% right, man. 100% right. So, like I was saying, you know, popularity through partying and all that stuff. You go through some troubles, man, which is life, dude. It's the way things go. And now you're showing that you don't need any of that stuff to truly have a good time. So, like, what is that like for you?
Well, in the beginning, I had some insecurity a couple of years ago. I think was it 3 years ago, honey?
Yeah, when the reboot
started.
3
years ago?
Yeah,
when the reboot started about 3 years ago, I had identity with, you know, my abs or maybe even being that villain of MTV reality. And I was like, I wonder if people are going to like me if I'm my true self, if I am sober, maybe if I'm 20 to 30 pounds overweight. I'm like, I might have to be the chubby funny guy for, you know, a couple seasons and see if people like who I am at that particular time. And I went for it. And I authentically and genuinely was myself at that particular time period, which was sober. I was a couple pounds overweight, but I was funny and I was happy. And I was happy that I was sober and I was okay to move forward one day at a time. And people loved me, you know, and I think they love me more now. And I eventually lost the weight and became shredded again. And then I had to go through prison and came out the other side. So, you know, my story's a pretty good story, right? Yeah.
I mean, I'd say your wife seems like she loves you. So it's probably. No, dude, you're 100% right, man. A lot of people identify themselves with one specific situation. God, you got to hear that all the time. Like the situation. You know, you identify yourself with one type of person. And I was talking to my girlfriend's in recovery. And that's what was one of the big things that she talked about was that we all identify ourselves with one like type of person or whatever. And then we have to realize that that's not us, or maybe us in our 20s. But once we hit our 30s, then we're changing, that kind of thing. And it's impressive. Not a lot of people can do that. Not a lot of people can stop, like self-reflect and then actually continue forward and create a whole new personality, man. So it's super impressive. You should be very impressed with yourself.
Yeah, I did a great job of being sort of a super villain of MTV, but then I turned it around and I'm an even better hero. So I like to be the hero better.
I mean, it's cool to be the villain sometimes, but yeah, dude, I love it, man. That's so cool, man. So, you know, your story, I'm a firefighter. I've been doing it for about 12 years. And I hear about all these people who have opioid issues and stuff. And a lot of times we look at them, we're like, oh, it's heroin, that they wanted it, that kind of thing. But your story isn't like that, man. It's very much like you got a legitimate injury, right? And then you had to go on pills for your back pain, stuff like that. Is that how it began?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I was a wild kid anyway. So I was never sort of a follower. I was always a leader. I think I used some of that back pain maybe as an excuse, as a lot of people do. And doctors would just write me the prescription. And I was also uneducated as well. And I thought if the doctor was giving it to me, it was okay. Yeah. And eventually, you know, I fell, you know, further and further down the rabbit hole. Till now, if I get into an injury, ibuprofen is fine. walking it off, exercise, getting on the treadmill, getting maybe a massage, or going to a chiropractor, doing holistic options are like a million times better than sort of like a Band-Aid, which some of these things cause, and they only cause actually more other issues actually.
No, 100%, man. But you're right, dude. Ibuprofen, Tylenol, like those are really good things. They help. You don't need the opioids. You don't need the painkiller. And I mean, I would imagine for you, at least I've learned over my time, sometimes not numbing the pain completely can allow me to learn, hey, should I be walking this far? Should I be, doing this? Should I be bench pressing today? That kind of thing. So
I totally agree. When you start to numb the pain in life, whether it's a medication or some other thing, I feel that you're lowering your frequency or your vibration in life.
Yeah.
And when you're able to sort of go through life without those crutches, you become stronger and stronger, and you don't even realize that. And you're walking around with such a high frequency and sort of purpose in life that you never thought you can have.
Yeah, man. But you can see that's what strengthened you, because mental strength is huge, and you can see that's what you both have gained from this is, sometimes you need the minute pains, you need the minute, bumps in roads, just to kind of strengthen, understand how to adapt, and then overcome to the next thing.
We actually welcome some of the tough times in life or the obstacles, because we know that is a sign that there's a chance for us to get better or level up even more. It's almost like an obstacle is a brilliantly disguised opportunity to somehow get better in some other way in life, whether it's creatively or improving yourself. So we're a big believer in that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So Lauren, how is all this? How have you dealt with all this, or gone through everything? I mean, Mike actually seems like a nice guy. I didn't know what he was going to be like, but like how has all this been, the addiction and going through, the limelight and all that stuff? How's it been for you?
It's been a ride, and I think life for everybody is a ride, like whether you're in front of the camera, behind the camera, if you're in active addiction, if you're just supporting a family member that's going through addiction, that's now sober. Like right now, I'm not an addict, but I'm the family member of someone who's in recovery. So it's a very large part of our life, and recovery and being sober had to come first, and it still comes first in Mike's life. That comes before me and before our relationship, because without that, there is no relationship, there is no business, there is no anything for the future. So,
that's an impressive thought. No, that's an impressive
stop
thought.
it.
Yeah.
Is it doing it again?
We're gonna try to leave it.
I don't know what's happening.
Maybe because it's I don't know.
Squeeze,
The next thing we're gonna hold it if we're gonna try it.
Yeah,
again.
I'm gonna try to just readjust it.
That view, by the way, looks horrible. I don't know how you guys deal with that view. Just.
All right. Do you want to hold it?
No, I'm gonna. Sorry.
No. This is the most interesting live we've ever done at Banyan. I can tell you right now, this is great.
Yeah, it's so weird. Now, we've done so many lives before, and it's weird.
It's life, man. Trust me, it's the way things go.
I just have to get a weird angle. Do you want to sit up a little bit?
There we go. just you just got to do this the whole time.
Done it on the computer.
You can't do live on. Are you doing it on the computer or no?
No, I'm on my phone.
On Instagram, you can't do it on a computer. Instagram Live has to be done on a phone.
Man, well, we'll keep going.
Let's try this, and we'll see how this works out.
We'll keep going. No, what I want to say, Lauren, that's an impressive thought process. So for a lot of people to say, hey, I gotta step back and allow my significant other to have something that's at least theoretically above them. Like that's hard. A lot of people are like, no, it's me or nothing, and that's obviously really toxic for anything. So the fact that you even have that thought process is super impressive. You should again be proud of yourself.
Thank you. But you know what? It really comes down to embracing the hard times, like he said, and allowing for the growth for myself. Like the amount growth
that we've had in recovery, it's all from recovering the stuff we've learned.
Yeah, and the amount of growth that I've achieved from just watching him through his program and the things that it's taught me, like I feel like I've matured and grown like mentally, like decades ahead of where I actually am in like my of life, thanks to his recovery.
That's amazing. So you'd say that you've gotten thick skin, but with your new skin product, you've been able to keep it soft? Is that kind of the way?
Really good one. I might have to write that one down. I love lines. For a good one, I'll put it down because I know I'll be on an interview or a TV show, and if I say it again, people won't even know that I just got it from somewhere else.
All right, whatever, man. That's good. Use it all your own. That's awesome. Mike, I know probably one of the hardest decisions in your life was to kind of make that decision to go into recovery, to finally, do it, or at least that would be in my mind. Again, me, it'd be an identity thing. Like, as a firefighter, I'd be like, no, I don't have a problem. Like, I'm not going to go in. What was it like? What was that first step saying, all right, dude, I got a problem. I need to get this handled?
Problem where I didn't think I had a problem for many years. I was on the fence for many years because I started to hit about 30 and I knew I had a problem, but I'm like, I was uneducated. I didn't know about myself. I didn't know that I had an addictive personality. I thought that, it was not a big deal. I'd get over it. I would, maybe I'll smoke some weed, or maybe I'll drink once in a while, or substitute, as they call it. But only when I sort of gave up and said, you know what, my best thinking is not working. My best thinking rehab 3 times, and I need to start taking the suggestions and sort of doing it the way that other people have done before me and that are successful.
That's awesome, man.
I got a sponsor for the first time. I got a recovery network for the first time. I did 90 meetings for 90 days. I did not short-term treatment, but long-term treatment. I did IOP for 6 months. I did rehab for 60 days. I did one-on-one therapy for an additional 2 to 3 months because I noticed as I continued to do treatment and therapy that I became a wiser, smarter person from all of these suggestions from therapists and sort of how to run the tape on your decisions and just keeping your side of the street clean, and you'll have less problems. And the little things that I learned from recovery, I sort of adapted and molded for me and our life. And I was like, wow, life is so much easier. Life is so much better. I'm doing so good. Everyone's calling my phone. Everybody wants to be my friend. I feel so much better. So many employers, MTV, E! Entertainment, all these people are calling me, but like, Mike is really good, and Mike is stable. Mike is on time. He's got great energy. Everyone loves him. And I was like, oh my God, like I've been missing this like for 30 something years. I found the secret.
That's awesome, dude. No, but you know what, man? That's a true testament to, you were living one lifestyle. You actually did some self-reflection, realized that you got an issue, and you didn't try to shortchange it. You are a celebrity, man. You're in the public eye all the time, and a lot of people tend to shortchange things. It's just like, let me band-aid this. Let me get it to where I can get people to kind of pick me up in shows again, and then we'll figure it out later. But you truly invested in yourself, man, and I think that's why you two actually look like a healthy relationship, like a good relationship. And I think that's because you have invested in yourself. You learn the practices. Like for me, it was like square breathing, learning how to process things properly, stuff like that. And that's awesome, dude. That's really, really cool.
Yeah, we're very grateful today that we're just living a life that, I'll be honest, it's not even like a cliche. We're living like the life that we only kind of wish we could have, and that and it's really special. And we also love to give back, because when you help other people, you're helping yourself in such a big way. And this is not like a put on for a show. Like, this is for real. We walk it like we talk it. So
yeah. And listen, I've been doing this long enough with first response. You can tell when someone's BSing, and it doesn't seem like you guys are like that. So it's good. I don't imagine you get off the camera, you're like, screw that guy, and then that's it. So the first. Oh
my God, we have. I think we have Bowflex at the door, honey. Go tell them to go. Just crazy.
This is awesome.
I got Bowflex at the door right now. Just dropping off one of the machines. We're sponsored by Bowflex. Shout out to Bowflex. So they're delivering one of the machines, and we totally forgot. My wife is handling that right now, and I will man the ship right now.
All right, that's awesome. Well, that's actually the next question's for you specifically. So when I deal with a lot of first responders that are coming into facilities, or a lot of people in general, when they go to treatment, it seems like the first 3 days are like the hardest. It's like and I don't even mean detox versions of it. I just mean like, you're in a whole different place now, man. You may have a roommate, or you may be with a bunch of other people. What was, you know, when you got in there, was it the first day hard, or was it just like, nah, I'm in, this is what I want kind of thing?
I mean, I was in there, but I remember thinking to myself, how did I get here, man? This is like the third time. Like, you gotta be kidding me, man. Like you practically lost millions of dollars. You know, you got Uncle Sam trying to throw you in prison, which he did. Your family sort of doesn't believe in you anymore. Your friends may not be there anymore. No one's calling the phone for you to be on TV anymore because you're undependable. You're sort of toxic. And at the end of the day, you have to look in the mirror and decide that that's the guy who's responsible. You know what I'm saying? So I was not happy, but I kind of realized that I did this to myself. And that only I can get out of it, of this situation. Yeah.
No, but you know what, man, that's self-reflection's hard, man, but a lot of times just admitting, saying like, hey, I got a problem. I mean, I know that's the way a lot of these things go, but just saying I got a problem, there's actually like a sense of relief in that. Just, you know, being able to push it to a side. Hey, hold on, guys. Peloton, the bicycle company's at my door right now. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be great. So with everything going on, man, I know, what would be your big, if you had a big piece of advice for anyone who's like, I'm not sure, like, should I go in? Like, what would be your big piece of advice for someone that might be struggling right this moment?
I would have to say that it's your biggest, best decision you're ever going to make. I would put all hands on deck. And if you put all hands on deck, you will get good results. I've never met anyone in my life that has been on the trail of self-improvement, self-reflection, and recovery. I've never seen someone like that unhappy. The people unhappy in life are those that are not working on themselves and watching and pointing at other people.
Yeah, man. No, and I love that, dude. I love it. So, Lauren, I would assume that your relationship has grown since sobriety and all that. Would that be kind of the way you characterize it? Has it been like a fun journey, but still a growing, like learning about each other, that kind of thing?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like the sobriety part of his life has literally given our relationship the opportunity to just start new. But once we built it up, it was even stronger than it ever was before. And I've known him for 15 years. You know, we met in college way before Jersey Shore. So I've known him through many stages of his life, and we've had like a really solid friendship, you know, and our base foundation underneath everything. But as you imagine, when you go through recovery, a lot of things get broken in relationships and you have to start new. But the most important thing about his recovery is that like we've gotten to a place now that is we never would have achieved before this.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not.
And also like our relationship with his family, like our relationship with my family, like everything is just positive and amazing, and we really just have our faith and sobriety to credit that to.
That's incredible.
But like how we deal with everything, how we deal with our families, how we deal with work, it's a lot of it has been learned from recovery, whether it's boundaries and things like that. So I'll be honest, I owe it all to recovery. If you really apply yourself, sky's the limit. It's not a cliche. I mean, I used to be, I'm not going to say the worst of the worst, but I was a pretty bad dude for a while. And I turned it around in such a major way where people just are astonished that this is the same person.
Yeah. I mean, you a lot of people have addictive personalities, but you sound like the type of person that once you invest yourself, you're invested. It's a genuine investment, you know?
Yeah, 100%. I still have an addictive personality, but I've learned to implement balance in life, okay, and change those negative behaviors to positive ones. You know, I got one cheat day a week, which I don't binge eat all the time. I work out 5 to 6 days a week. I always constantly self-evaluate. If there's any negative or toxic things in my life, I always take them out and or put boundaries to them. So most of these things that I'm talking about, you learn in recovery. I would have never learned them if I didn't make the mistakes that I did. Hence why when people say, you know, do you regret being who you were maybe 5-10 years ago? And I say no, because I wouldn't be the man I am today.
Yeah, dude, that's a great attitude. Because a lot of our trials and tribulations set us up for that crossroads. You know, which way are you going to go? And you obviously made the right choice. And it's great that you recognize, hey, I have an addictive personality, so I'm going to use that addictive personality, because I had the same thing, bro. I like everything's 100% or nothing, that kind of thing. And you took that and you were like, I'm going to do a bunch of positive stuff with my life, which I think is awesome. So what, by the way, off question. So my girlfriend and I love escape rooms. That's our probably favorite thing. We're addicted to them. We're always trying to go. What's your favorite thing to do as a couple?
I think the favorite thing that we do as a couple, I mean, we do work out together, but we love to go to like trails and out in nature. And it just feels like, I don't know. I feel like we're like 16 years old again in the wilderness. And just the smell and the scent, and we're working out, and it's really, really cool. I would definitely suggest getting back into nature and life. You will be surprised when you are really stressed out in life. You go into some trails or hiking or working out, and you forget about everything, and you're like, wow, that was an awesome decision. We usually do that about twice a week at least.
That's all. Do you go? It looks like you just go out your living room windows and you're already in like the trail.
We can. Sometimes I'm like, let's just walk around outside, but we go to the park.
Speaking of working out, honey, what did you tell Bowflex?
They're bringing it up the driveway. They're delivering like a big machine, so I told them to put it in the garage because they can't.
Did you open the garage?
I opened the garage.
Okay.
He's like,
it's alive.
That's so awesome. All right, well, I got one more question for you guys, and then I'll let you guys go so you can both flex it up, man. That's awesome. So, like, what is your? So with me, again, I do all the first responder stuff with Banyan Treatment Centers. Something that I've always found that I thought was amazing was they're nationwide. That's why I started working with them. What's been your experience with Banyan up to this point?
Oh my God, right? Banyan has been like a dream. They're some of the nicest, caring people that we've ever met. I'm such big fans of them, but we also work with them as well. And we're so excited to partner and just grow together because, I mean, it's really something special. We've been there multiple times, and their facilities are so beautiful, and what they're teaching is right on point, and the staff is awesome, and the owners, we love the owners. And most recently, we had worked with we worked with a scholarship that this past week. So one of our family friends is in there right now. So it's just such a beautiful thing to give the gift of recovery. I was in my feels all weekend, man, because anytime I do something for Banyan Treatment Centers, I have such a big smile on my face. I know that we are making a difference in life.
Yeah, and I think the biggest gift that you can give to somebody is the gift of recovery. So the fact that we're able to join with Banyan and do that for people is like the most powerful thing that we could ever do with our time. So we absolutely love and treasure working.
And they're doing it. They're doing it big too, and they're doing it right.
Yeah.
So do they have 11 or 12 facilities now?
It's 12, and then I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to say this, but there's 2 more coming around the corner.
Yeah.
I've worked with, or I've seen a lot of recovery facilities in the area that I live in South Florida, and like they're top notch, man. They do it the right way. They've expanded because of it, because they do it right. And it's a huge testament to who Banyan is as a whole. Because I not only do trust first responders with it, but you guys trusted your own family, man. Like if you didn't trust them, you wouldn't have sent your family there, dude.
Yeah, exactly. They're doing big things, and we're so excited. Anytime we hear that they're like cutting a ribbon or anything like that on a new facility, like, oh my God, can we come?
Yeah.
It's so cool. It really is. And I love telling people, that we work with Banyan because it's such a strong and profound thing that you're doing in life. Like, we're working to help other people's lives. Yeah. That right there is a situation.
Yeah, my man. Dude, I love it, guys. Thank you so much for coming. You both are a testament to what recovery, but with just what a true coming together as 2 whole people and creating a great relationship, man. You guys are awesome. I wish you nothing but luck. And thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much. It was awesome. Have a great day.
All right, guys. Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.